Hey there, I'm Amy and welcome to your practice. Today we're moving through a class that is designed especially for complete beginners. So if you've never done yoga before, or if you've done it once or twice years ago at an old gym or something, or perhaps you've been curious about it but were unsure how to start, this is the class for you. You don't need anything at all except for yourself. A yoga mat will be helpful, particularly if you have hard floors, but even as a softer floor like carpet or grass will be suitable for today's practice. Other than that, an open mind, and that's it. So we'll begin in a comfortable seat. You can start cross-legged, you can start kneeling, whatever feels best for you. Um, you might like to sit on something if you find that sitting down kind of pulls on the low back. Often when we try and find a seat and it starts to kind of round through the low back, it just means we need to elevate a little through the sit bones. You could find a book or a cushion or something and take a seat. Otherwise, find yourself there and let's gently close down the eyes as you're ready. And just take a nice big breath in, right into the belly, fill all the way up. And a clearing exhale. Again, just like that, take a big breath in. And let it go. And just allow yourself to find a little bit of softness here. So notice the pelvis. Might tilt it forward and back just a little bit to find a center point. And that space in the hips that allows you to grow a little taller through the spine, out through the crown of the head. Feel the back of the neck lengthen. And then gently draw your shoulders up towards your ears, back behind you, and then slide them down your spine, finding a little bit of space and openness through the chest. And then start to notice your breath. And you might start to breathe a little deeper, taking some slow, steady breaths. Not so slow that it becomes stressful or straining, just a nice, even tempo. You might even notice the sensation of the breath. So as you breathe in, do you feel a lightness, a spaciousness? And as you breathe out, softness and ease. Let's take a few more just like that. Stay nice and tall through the spine. And just know that whatever shows up for you today, however the body is moving, is exactly where you're meant to be. There's no expectations on the practice. There's no expectations on what we can and can't do. The magic in yoga is in the journey. So with an open mind and an open heart, let's gently begin. Blink the eyes to open. Inhale, breath, sweep the arms up and overhead. Grow nice and tall here. And then exhale, bring the right fingertips down beside you. Let the left arm travel up and over, taking a nice big side stretch. Good. Inhale, breath back through center, nice and tall. And exhale, left hand down, right arm travels up and over, lifting through the center of the chest. Good. Inhale back through center, grow nice and tall. Exhale, twist towards your right, bringing the left hand outside of the right thigh. Right fingertips might find a space behind you. Inhale, grow a little taller, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, twist a little deeper. Good. Other side. Inhale, we sweep back through center, reach up nice and tall. And twist to your left, right hand outside of the left thigh. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Nice and gently back through center, reach the arms up one last time. And exhale, bring the hands down out in front of you, making your way into a tabletop position. So we've got our wrists underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. Fingers are spread nice and wide. And we'll start to move just through a little cat and cow here. So as you inhale, lower the belly down, draw the shoulders forward and try and pull your heart out in front of you. Chin is tucked gently. Exhale breath, round through the spine, tuck the tailbone under and guide your chin towards your chest. Twice more like that. Inhale breath, lower the belly down, try and draw the heart forward. And exhale breath, we round through the spine, drawing the belly button in, tilting the tailbone under. Good, inhale. And exhale. Nice and gently guide yourself back into a neutral spine, so that place in between. And extend your right leg back behind you. Ground the ball of the foot down, and then start to press gently into the hands to shift your weight back and take a little stretch through the hamstring and through the calf. Feel free to play around with a little bit here, a little sway of the hips from side to side, or even just pause there, pressing gently into the palms. Good, nice and gently, right knee draws back underneath the hip. And then inhale, left leg extends behind you, land the ball of the foot down. And then press gently back towards the heel, taking a nice big stretch through the leg there. Good, one more full breath in. Full breath out. Nice and gently back into center. Bring the knees as wide as your mat, and then guide your big toes to touch. Sink the hips down towards the heels, and then walk the arms out in front of you any amount into child's pose, balasana. The forehead might touch down to the ground, or perhaps it doesn't. And again, if you do have a book or something or a cushion nearby, you can always bring the earth a little closer up towards you, if that feels more comfortable. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. Nice and gently, let's press ourselves back to that all fours position, tabletop. And from here, we'll start to make our way into our very first downward facing dog. So it's important to look at your hands, make sure the fingers are spread as wide as you can. And anytime that we have weight on our hands, we want to grip into the fingers so we're nice and active. So grip into the mat here like you're a little cat trying to claw down, or perhaps you're a gecko hanging onto a tree, whatever visual works. And then tuck the toes underneath, lift the knees, and send the hips up and back to find downward facing dog. And know that in down dog, you can take as much of a bend in the knees as you need to. So your shape might look a little bit like this. What we're looking to find is a nice long spine. So if you look forward, grip into the fingertips, wrap the triceps under, and then press the ground away, lengthening through the spine. Heels can lift, knees can bend, anything that you need there to find this nice space through the back body. And then as you start to open up, maybe you take a little pedal through the legs, just bending and straightening into one leg at a time, always staying nice and strong through the shoulders. Good, let's take one more full breath in here, and a full breath out. Nice and gently, come right up onto your tippy toes. Look forward and start to take a few steps towards the top of the mat. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. The hands can come off the ground, that's fine. But arrive in a forward fold at the top of the mat as you're ready. So we're taking a generous bend into the knees, like bend them a lot. Either let the arms hang down or grab a hold of opposite elbows here into our rag doll shape. And just like down dog, it doesn't matter if the knees are bent. In fact, we really want them to be bent quite significantly here so that we can allow the upper body to really drape and fold forward. Notice if you're holding on to tension in your neck, if you're trying to look straight down. Can you guide your gaze towards your knees and allow the back of the neck to lengthen like your head is a giant bowling ball and it's drawing down and lengthening through your spine, decompressing through the back body. Good. Let's take one more breath in and exhale, release the arms. Inhale, press down through both of your feet. Take your time to roll to stand. Allow the spine to unravel, to stack. Shoulders draw up, back and down as we arrive at the top into Tadasana, our mountain pose. Palms face forward, chest is proud. From here, inhale, breath, reach the arms up nice and high, grow really tall. As you exhale, bend the elbows to 90-degree angles and see if you can squeeze the shoulder blades together to lift up through the center of the chest. Let's try that again. Inhale, breath, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, cactus the arms, draw them out wide. There's a gentle press of the hips forward. Good. From here, sweep the arms back behind you. You might look to clasp the hands behind your back and know that you can bend the elbows here as much as you need to. But draw the shoulders back and down, lift through the chest. If you're feeling pretty good, maybe you experiment with straightening the arms any amount. Good, try and draw the belly button in. Let's take one more breath in and one more breath out. Gently release the arms. Inhale, sweep the arms up nice and high, grow super tall. Exhale, draw the hands through heart center as we fold forward, back down to that fold. Uttanasana. Good. As we arrive in this shape, come to your fingertips and slowly step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat, nice and slow. The back knee will lower down gently, and just see here if you can stack the front knee over the ankle. Next, inhale, breath, sweep the arms up and overhead, lifting into Anjaneyasana. It's our low lunge. So in this shape, you're pressing down through the front foot, left glute is squeezing on, belly is drawing in. And from here, with the left glute, the left butt cheek squeezing, see if you can soften the hips down just a little, pressing the hips or the pelvis forward and down. Maybe there's a nice big stretch through the front of the left hip. Good. Take one more full breath in here. Stay breath out. Nice and gently bring the hands down to frame your front foot. And then take your time as you start to walk your hands back and begin to straighten the front leg any amount. Now, like with everything, the knee doesn't need to straighten completely, particularly if you've got sticky hamstrings. But if you've got a little more space, you might start to straighten out more, drawing the heart forward towards the toes. You can even slide the heel forward a little bit if that creates more space for you. Toes are flexed firmly, head and neck releases. We're just breathing a little bit of space into the back of the leg. Good, just one more full breath in here. Steady breath out. Nice and gently, rebend into your front knee. Tuck the back toes, lift up the back knee, look forward, and slowly step the left foot up to meet the right. From here, bring your fingertips to your shins, straighten out the arms so the chest comes parallel to the ground, and draw the shoulders back and down. The belly button draws in towards our spine. This is our halfway lift. Take a big breath in, lengthen the crown of the head forward, and exhale to fold, bend the knees deeply. Fingertips will land down to the earth. Slowly step your right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lower the right knee down to the earth. Again, making sure the front knee is stacked over the ankle. Maybe we shuffle the foot forward a little bit. And then inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead, lifting through the center of the chest into our low lunge. Now here, if you find it a little wobbly, press down your front big toe. And then just like before, we're squeezing our right butt cheek, so always the butt cheek of the leg that's back to help to open and stretch more through the front of the hip. And this will feel quite juicy if you find yourself sitting for a lot of the day. And we're reaching through the fingertips, but trying to draw or soften the shoulders down. Take one more full breath in here. Full breath out. Nice and gently bring the hands down to frame your front foot. Start to straighten the front leg any amount as you walk the hands back behind you, or back towards you, I should say. Remembering we can keep as much of a bend in this knee as we need to. There's a little lift to draw the chest towards the toes. And an exhale to fold in. And here, this really needs to be your shape. So toes are flexed, knees bent as much as you need. Again, if you were to have props and you perhaps wanted to create more space, you can always bring your hands up to rest on something here to create just a little more. But without props, we bend the knee and we soften the back body in. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Nice and gently rebend into your front knee. Tuck the back toes under, lift up the back leg. Look forward and slowly step it up. Our right foot meets our left. Nice and gently roll to stand. Press down through both of your feet. Reach up, look up, guide the palms to touch. Exhale, we fold forward, back down to that fold. Now, just like before, find a halfway lift. Bring your fingertips to your shins. Straighten the arms so the chest comes parallel to the earth. Draw the shoulders back, draw the navel in towards the spine. Take a nice big breath in. Exhale, gently fold in half. Hands land or fingertips land. So we slowly step our left foot once again all the way to the back of the mat. From here, I'd like you to ground the back foot down. And if you look at both of your feet, line the heels up with each other, just about. Maybe the right foot is a tiny bit wider. And then the back toes are slightly pointing forward or parallel with the back of the mat. Whichever feels best in your body. Bend a little deeper into the front knee and then lift the chest into warrior two. The arms open out here, shoulders soften back and down. Now here you might adjust your shape, see what feels best in your body. Looking at the back toes, they're either parallel or pointing in. Front toes are pointing straight forward as we stack the front knee over the ankle. And then just breathe here, shoulders relax. Take a lengthening inhale breath. And maybe a little deeper into the legs on the exhale. You got this. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Left hand finds the left thigh. Straighten the front leg and then inhale, reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling, a reverse triangle. Nice big side stretch, big breath in. Exhale, windmill, both hands down, framing your front foot. Spin onto the ball of the back foot, so lifting the back heel again. And then just like before, step to the top of the mat. Left foot meets the right. Nice and gently, right foot steps all the way back. We'll do the same on the other side. So ground your right foot down, line up the heels, turn the back toes in, and then as you're ready, windmill the arms open into warrior two. Feel free to adjust, heels line up. We've got the position of the back foot either parallel or pointing forward, and then we're sinking into the front knee. And just be mindful of the front knee, kind of wants to dive in. We want to press the knee outward, feeling the hips open up, and so we can see our big toe if we were to look down. Arms open wide, shoulders soften down, and take a few breaths here. Inhale, grow a little taller. And exhale, soften in a little more. You got this. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale nice and gently. Flip your front palm. Bring the right hand to the right thigh. Straighten your front leg and reach the left hand up and overhead. Grow tall. And exhale, windmill, both hands down. We frame our front foot here. Spin onto the ball of the back foot. And then nice and gently, do your best. Ground down both of your palms and softly step back to that tabletop position. Knees will lower down. Fingers spread nice and wide. Inhale, breath, dips the belly, draws the chest and heart space forward. And exhale, breath, rounding through the spine, chin to chest. Let's do that again. Inhale, dip the belly, shine the heart forward. And exhale, rounding through the spine, guide it in. Good, nice and gently. Make your way back onto a comfortable seat. So either cross-legged seat or kneeling seat. And just give yourself a moment, palms facing down on the thighs. Allowing the spine to grow a little taller, shoulders soften back and down. And these moments of pause allow us to feel the practice in our body. So like we did right at the beginning, can you find the breath with the mind's eye? Start to breathe a little deeper and notice that sense of softness here. Acknowledging the way that you showed up for yourself, you showed up to your practice. Taking this time to connect in and get to know yourself a little better. Nice and gently blink the eyes to open. Just a couple more things before we finish up. Shifting the weight to one side. Bring the legs out in front of you. We'll make our way down onto our back nice and slow. I'm going to spin around this way, but you can stay exactly as you are. Holding onto the tops of the shins. Bring the knees with you as you make your way all the way down. And just setting the left foot down to the earth. Kick the right heel up towards the ceiling to place the right ankle onto the left thigh. Now flex the right toes firmly, press the right thigh away from you, feel the hips square off, and you might stay there. If this feels like it's already a nice juicy stretch for the glute, for the hip, feel free to pause here. If there's a little more space, you can thread the hands through and find a grip on the back of the left thigh or the front of the shin. But keep the right toes flexed firmly. You might even take a gentle rock from side to side here to encourage some more space. I love this stretch, and I think it's really amazing for releasing the muscles around the low back. So if you find that you have a little bit of low back pain, this is an epic stretch to incorporate into your daily routine. Let's take one more deep breath in, deep breath out. Nice and gently release, popping the right foot down to the earth. Kick the left heel up towards the ceiling, and then left ankle on top of the right thigh. Pressing the left thigh away from you, squaring off the hips, and then maybe either staying there or threading the hands through. Drawing on back, keeping the shoulders grounded, head and neck grounded. Trying to keep this as easy as possible. Just a gentle flex in the left toes. Good, one more full breath in here. Easy breath out. Nice and gently release. Pop both feet down to the ground. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. And then bring your arms out nice and wide to a T. The palms will face up. And then slowly windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. Just a really gentle twist. Or a gentle rinsing of the spine. And then we'll finish by coming into a posture called constructive rest pose. So you'll keep the feet as wide as the mat, but let the knees knock into the center. And here I'd love for you to rest your hands onto your belly. Let the shoulders draw back and down, maybe a gentle press into the heels to lift up the hips and tuck the tailbone under. And then again, finding that steady rhythm of your breath. Let's take a few breaths here together. So breathe in deeply, feel all the way up. Breathe out completely, let it go. And then breathe in for 4, 3, 2, pause. And out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, pause, and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, pause, and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time, in for 4, 3, 2, pause, and out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a nice big breath in. Part the lips, side out. And just allow yourself these final few moments of stillness to feel your practice in your body, to feel the breath as it moves. You might even focus on the gentle lift and lower of the hands as they rest on the belly. And again, there's this feeling of gratitude for the way that you showed up for yourself, that you made time to practice, to gift yourself a little bit of space. Nice and gently, as you're ready, roll over to whichever side feels most natural for you, whichever side feels most organic. You might use your bicep as a little pillow as you roll onto the side. And then as you're ready, gently pressing yourself up into a comfortable seat. Try to keep the eyes closed down or the gaze just a little bit softer. Hands resting on the thighs, palms facing up, shoulders draw up, back and down. Let's take one last big breath in together. And a big breath out. Slowly blink open the eyes. Thank you so much. Amazing work, everyone. Thank you for jumping in with me. I hope you're feeling good and I hope you found that useful. I know for a lot of us, particularly when we're starting anything, just showing up the first time can be the most challenging thing to do. So honestly, good on you for showing up, for doing your practice. And I encourage you to come back and to do this class again and any of the other beginners classes that I have in this series, and really start to build on this practice that you're cultivating. It only gets better from here. I promise you that. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.